Hello everyone, and welcome to our channel Diverse Insights. Today, we bring you a heartbreaking story from Libya, where a devastating natural disaster has unfolded with unimaginable consequences. Thousands of lives have been lost, neighborhoods destroyed, and families torn apart. In this video, we will delve into the causes, impacts, and aftermath of this tragic event. Join us as we explore the story of Libya's catastrophic floods and the urgent need for change. Welcome back, viewers. I'm your host, Ibrahim Afifi, and in today's video, we will shed light on the recent floods that have wreaked havoc in Libya. We will examine the factors that contributed to this disaster and the urgent need for rebuilding and preventive measures. Let's dive right in. Imagine waking up to rain pounding on the roof and water seeping into your home. That was the reality for the people of Libya. The flooding started a week ago and shows no signs of stopping. Roads have turned into rivers, homes have collapsed, and lives have been lost. The death toll has now reached a staggering 11,000 and continues to rise. Yet, the world remains largely unaware of Libya's unfolding tragedy. How did it come to this? Libya, a country of 6 million people, was wholly unprepared for floods of this scale. Decades of neglect and underfunding have left the country with crumbling infrastructure unable to withstand the wrath of Mother Nature. Early warning systems are non-existent, and emergency response plans are virtually non-existent. Corruption and mismanagement have depleted resources that should have been spent on reinforcing dams and developing evacuation strategies. The painful truth is that this disaster was preventable. As the rain continues to fall and chaos engulfs Libya, the grim reality sets in that this country was set up to fail. But there is still hope. With global support and political will, Libya can build back better. The question is whether the will emerges before the next great flood. For now, all we can do is pray the rain stops. The devastation in Derna, one of the hardest-hit cities, is almost unimaginable. Over 11,000 lives have been lost, and another 10,000 people are still missing. Entire families have been washed away in an instant. The city of Derna was unprepared for the worst flooding in decades. Years of conflict had left its infrastructure crumbling with weak dams and buildings. When Storm Daniel hit, 2 dams gave way, unleashing a torrent of water that slammed into neighborhoods. Families had no warning, no way to escape the flash floods surging through their streets. Thousands frantically searched for missing loved ones, not knowing if they were trapped under debris, injured in shelters, or worse. The impacts are shattering, with some losing multiple family members in an instant. The crisis response has been chaotic at best. The lack of crisis management and disorganization have hindered relief efforts. Libya's divided leadership and political chaos have further complicated the situation. Decades of neglect and mismanagement have left Libya's infrastructure in shambles, exacerbating the effects of major storms like Daniel. Lack of investment in critical infrastructure, such as dams, sewage systems, roads, and bridges, has had devastating consequences. Updating decaying infrastructure should have been a priority, but it took a back seat to daily survival. Outdated building codes meant homes crumbled easily in the face of heavy rains and flooding. Poor governance and political instability compounded the crisis, with disorganized rescue and relief efforts. The search and rescue operations are ongoing, but the conditions remain challenging, Entire neighborhoods have been swept away, and many families are still desperately searching for their loved ones. The death toll continues to rise, and the lack of a unified government and political infighting have hampered relief efforts. The catastrophic flooding in Derna highlights the urgent need for political stability and investment in critical infrastructure in Libya. Only then can the country adequately prepare for and respond to disasters of this magnitude. The impacts of these failures have been devastating, with thousands of lives lost, families torn apart, and homes and livelihoods destroyed. This tragedy could have been avoided. Libya must rebuild, both physically and politically, to prevent future catastrophes. Rebuilding and recovery efforts will require the support of the international community. It is crucial for global organizations and neighboring countries to come together and provide assistance in terms of humanitarian aid, infrastructure development, and long-term planning. Libya needs sustainable solutions that prioritize the safety and well-being of its people. We spoke to experts and activists who are demanding change. They emphasize the need for transparent governance, investment in infrastructure, and improved disaster preparedness. They stress the importance of learning from this tragedy and implementing measures to prevent similar catastrophes in the future. Libya's catastrophic floods are a wake-up call not only for the nation itself, but for the entire world. Climate change is intensifying extreme weather events, and countries worldwide must take proactive steps to mitigate the risks and ensure the safety of their citizens. In the midst of this tragedy, there is a glimmer of hope. International aid has started to arrive, providing much-needed relief to the affected communities. Rescue teams from neighboring countries and organizations, such as the Red Cross, are working tirelessly to save lives and provide essential supplies to those in need. As the recovery efforts continue, it is essential to remember that this disaster is not just a fleeting headline. It represents the urgent need for change and highlights the importance of investing in resilient infrastructure, disaster preparedness, and effective governance. We must act now to prevent future tragedies and ensure the safety and well-being of all. Together, we can make a difference. Let us stand in solidarity with the people of Libya and support them as they rebuild their lives and their nation. Thank you for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe to our channel for more updates on this ongoing crisis. Thank you, and goodbye.